Right, this is the upgrade that we've done for the old style illuminated letters where they haven't had the attachment put inside for the fast feed. So what we've done is we've made some special plates, these are available to buy with the feet, that have 4 holes on them, and they also have a nut recessed on the back on the inside which is welded in place so you can attach the fast feed. This attaches to the bottom of the letter. Obviously we screw it and glue it in place. I'm going to show you how to do that now. It's very important that obviously the nut goes on the inside of the letter, so I'll show you how to do that. There are a few quite simple tools that you're going to need to fit this. So obviously we're going to need some glue, a ruler or a tape measure, whatever's easiest for you. The pack comes with the metal plate. It also comes with 2 large screws and 2 small screws. The reason for that is the 2 small screws will go on the front of the bracket on the inside of the letter that's showing, so that they don't stick through the wood. What we'll also need is a 19mm hole cutter. These are available from all DIY stores, they're only a couple of pounds each. You also need a small drill bit, really small drill bit. Just double check that it's thinner than the threads on the screw. Okay, so you'll need that, pencil, and a screwdriver bit for the drill, or just a regular screwdriver. Then obviously the metal plates. Some letters will only need 1 metal plate, most of them will need 2, and we'll supply the right number of plates with the feet and the screws and everything. We'll show you that later. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to offer this plate up against the bottom of the letter. We've chosen a letter that hasn't had the bases, the feet painted, so that you can see the white against the brown of the wood, just to make it a little bit simpler for the video. So the first thing that we need to do, we need to measure the length of the foot. Alright, so if we go from the outside to the outside, I measure that just short of 32 centimetres, 320mm. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is measure the width of the plate, which is 15 centimetres, 150mm. We need to obviously deduct the 15 from the 32, which leaves us 17, 8, 6, 7, about 17, that's right, 17mm. So what we need to do is just measure an equal amount each side. So it's going to be 8.5 centimetres each side, so that the plate's located centrally, and just mark that there. I'm going to do the same on the other side. 8.5 centimetres and mark it there. Okay, so you've got an even gap each side of where the plate would be in the middle. Okay, then what we need to do is obviously do the same at the top and the bottom. So if we measure the length, which is 20 centimetres, the plate is 15 again. So there's 5 centimetres, 2.5 centimetres at the top, 2.5 centimetres at the bottom for it to be even. So we'll mark it with the ruler there, 2.5 centimetres, and just make a mark on the wood. 2.5 centimetres at the bottom, and make a mark on the wood. So when we offer up the metal plate to that, matching the pencil marks, it's perfectly square in the bottom of the letter. Okay, it's going to be that way around, so it's perfectly square in the middle of the letter. Alright, so now what we need to do is we just need to mark off the screw holes where we're going to be putting the position in the screws. Okay, so what we do is we just do the screw holes around the outside first of all. So if we just mark with a pencil, screw holes there, there, there and there. Again, just make sure that the nut, okay, obviously just to make things easy for myself, we've got the nut on the outside, the welded nut's going to be on the other side. We're going to cut a hole in the foot for that to disappear inside the letter in a minute. Just to make things easier, obviously I've got it on this side. So mark the 4 outside holes. Then what we're going to do is we're going to turn the plate over. We're going to locate the top holes there, position it nice and straight, and then we're going to mark the central hole for the nut. Okay, so hopefully that'll all match up when we position that and cut the holes. Okay, with my drill, the drill bit that we've got, I've marked with some tape. I don't know if you can see it or not there. Okay, what we've done is I've measured up against the wood with the drill bit, alright, and put the tape around it so I know when to stop drilling before the drill bit goes through the other side of the wood. It's quite important you do that, otherwise you're going to have some unsightly holes on the inside of the wood. Alright, so we just drill down to the sticky tape. So on your top holes there, we line that up. And drill the pilot holes, just stopping at the sticky tape on the drill bit, like so. Same again with this one. Same again down here. And same again down here. Cool. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop in just a Phillips bit. You could use a screwdriver for this. Just for my own reassurance, I'm just going to offer the plate up, pop these big screws through, just to make sure that the holes are located before I start drilling the next hole. So we just pop that screw in there, nice and loose, and just double check that my hole inside here, pencil, just double check my hole that I've lined up there with my pencil is definitely in the right place before I cut the big hole for the nut to go through. So you can see there where we're going to cut the hole for the nut to disappear inside the wood of the letter. Fit the 19mm hole cutter, position it nice and square and straight, and cut the hole in the bottom of the letter. There we go. What we'll do just quickly with a hoover, just get rid of any extra dust that on the side of the letter. We're now ready to stick the plate to the letter. So if you just offer it up there just to make sure that everything's cool, yeah, you can see all the screw holes, it fits inside there perfectly. Okay, so what we do is just with some no more nails, an instant grab adhesive, just to give a little bit extra on top of the screws, we just whack a little bit around the edge. It also creates a watertight seal just in case the base of the letters ever get wet or somebody spills a drink on the floor. Water tends to have a habit of finding a gap between surfaces and working its way in there. This also just makes it a little bit stronger as well. So we offer that up to the bottom. We get one large screw and the other large screw. Pop my drill bit back in there and tighten those. Notice that the two longer screws must go into the back of the letter, the part that hasn't got isn't visible, so they'll disappear inside, you'll not see those. The two shorter screws, they're the ones that go into the two front holes here. Because there's not a lot of thread on them, I just use a manual screwdriver for those, so we just offer those up. So that's one. That's two. Just press the plate on, any excess glue around the outside just wipe off with your fingers, and that is how quick and simple it is to fit the plates to the bottoms of the letters. Now what we can do is, with the fast feet that come with them, you can very quickly attach the foot to the bottom of the letter front facing forward, and those are your fast feet for the letters. Obviously doing the same on the other side. They're nice and strong, not going to go nowhere, and when you're finished with the letters you can just remove them just with an Allen key and refit them whenever you're ready. When the feet are off, because the surface of the plate is flat and all the screws are countersunk and the nuts on the inside of the letter, they're perfectly flush. So if you need to use the letters or want to use the letters without the fast feet, they'll still stand up on their own, they'll still stack in your warehouse, they'll still lay in the back of the van. The easiest way I find to put the fast feet on the letters is just to lay the letter on its side, attach the two fast feet and stand it up. So that's the retrofit upgrade for the original hand painted illuminated letters that we make. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, you know where we are.